So over at Craftwell, we have a full integration of the formulations, software, and also the hardware itself. Our formulation craft blends really consists of excipients on US FDA GRAS list, all found in the US FDA inactive ingredient database itself. By changing the excipients, we're able to control the different release profiles, which namely that we have is for immediate release, sustained release, delayed release, and lastly, the one that we have is actually for gummy formulations. Of course, our software-wise Craft Control is a suite of software that is optimized for our printer, and we also provide an audit trail function for GMP compliance. Now, finally, that is for our printer itself for CraftMate. I think a unique selling point is that, again, it is semi-solid extrusion. There is no heat, no UV required for the printer itself. This allows us to incorporate a wide variety of active ingredients. For example, some of the really up-and-coming peptides, biologics, they are heat sensitive. This can be actually produced through the use of our printer. Basically, this is just a simulation of the dissolution of the tablets that were printed in a simulated gastric fluid itself. We can do different release profiles all packed into a single tablet. For example, a 2-layer tablet, 3-layer tablet, or even a 4-layer tablet itself, which in this case for the 4-layer, these are all immediate release within 20 minutes range itself. One thing to note, of craft blends, these are standardized premixes, and we could go as high as 80% of the dry loading for our active ingredient itself. Software-wise, our craft control suite of software, of course, there's always the back-end side where you do designing and slicing work, but that's not something that our pharmacists will actually want to do on a daily basis. So really, most of the time, they're just going to deal with a wireless interface, in this case over here, where they can print, they can monitor and provide an audit trail function for that. So some of the key features of this wireless interface will be things like you can have your file management over here. You can have your real-time monitoring at the center. Also, in terms of a GMP compliance, you can have access control to see who are the admin, who are the operators that can log in through the system to control the printer itself. At the end of each print, there will always be a print job report that looks at what was the printer that's being used, what are some of the print head IDs, some of the materials that is being used, start time, end time, so on and so forth. Now, this is our printer itself, CraftMate 3D printer series. What you see here is actually the CraftMate production, where there are 2 print heads that can print 2 different materials concurrently onto 2 separate tablets itself. So this really helps us to improve the production speed. We also have another smaller model that is the CraftMate R&D that is only a single print head over here. Now, again, the key highlight is that this technology does not have any heat, nor any UV. That provides us the opportunity to incorporate the widest variety of active ingredient. Again, the printer is enclosed environment and all the wetted surface area, these are stainless steel 316L, which are very, very standardized pharmacy equipment surfaces.